Now, this right here is going to be the first episode of what I want to call like my first true solo podcast because I've been doing a kickback podcast for like 4 years, but it's more of like a multitude of like different people. I've had different co-hosts all the time on there. More recently, for the past maybe like year and a half, we've been talking about like relationships and stuff like that. But I think like it's getting a little saturated because now everybody's talking about relationships and stuff like that. Everybody's giving their insight because everybody can relate to it. So I kind of understand with that. But I always wanted to do my own podcast. I always want to really kind of voice my opinion on certain things, on certain issues. Not that you know anybody cares or whatever, but shit, I care. So I always want to do my own solo thing, and I felt like with the kickback, even though that the podcast is dope, and I'm still doing that podcast, you know, I just felt like what I'm saying, as far as my personality, it wasn't getting expressed how I wanted it. Because I asked the questions to different co-hosts or people we might have on there, and they give their opinion and their insight on some things and stuff like that. And then, I ask other co-hosts on there. So sometimes, my opinion is not expressed because I'm trying to hear what others have to say. And we just continue on with the questions, once we get like opinions and perspectives, and, we might be on that question too long. So I go to the next question. So sometimes my opinion doesn't get uh voiced a lot during the shows. So I was like, man, let's just go ahead and make it happen. Let's just go ahead and do our own solo podcast along with the kickback. And the reason why I came up with the title, and I'm sticking with the title, because that's one of the hardest things when you start a podcast. I tell people all the time, do not waste time and energy on the name, just going back and forth over the name. You can be deciding on a name for months, and be like, you go for a name and you be like, oh yeah, that's the name, and you be good for it for like a week or two, and you be like, nah, I don't feel it. But just go with something and just rock out with it, because if you believe in it, then the people gonna believe in it too. So I always tell people, hey, man, just go with a name and rock with it. But the reason why I came up with Conversations from a Loner is because, to be honest with you, I'm by myself most of the time. If I'm not with my wife and my daughter and my son, I'm chilling. I'm a loner. I have friends out there. I have lots of friends. But when it comes to gatherings, when it comes to group chats, when it comes to just doing anything like that, um, I'm a flake. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do my own thing. It's nothing against them. It's just that I just feel comfortable when I'm by myself. Like I went to a function this year for the city, involving the city, and I just went in there and I played the corner. I was chilling in the cut, and I recognized somebody. Somebody seen me, and they was like, "Wow, what you doing here?" They was happy I was there, but they was surprised that I was there. So Conversations from a Loner is just me just talking. It's just me just giving my opinion on different shit. Um, Whatever the topic might be. It's not finna just be on one particular topic. Um, it's just gonna be a multitude of things that I'm just gonna fucking talk about. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about, that I was thinking about before I press record on here, was how you never notice rich people telling people to be humble. Just think about that. Have you ever seen a rich person say, "Hey man, be humble"? They need to be humble. No, I don't never see rich people saying that. I always see people that say, "Hey, you need to be humble." Them people need to be humble. They could lose it all the next day, which that could happen. But I think like when somebody tells somebody to be humble, I think it's because they're not achieving their goals. They're not doing what the fuck they need to be doing. Because when you're out there achieving your goals, when you're living your life, when you're like in that zone, or when you're worried about yourself, you're not worried about other people. You're not trying to tell that person to be humble. You don't know that person's path. Like, I would never tell somebody to be humble because I don't know where they came from. It's not my business. Hey, if you buy a brand new car and you want to post that car every day, if you want to take that car to the car wash every day, that's cool. Do your thing. But you have some people that would talk in their little group chats and be like, "Hey, that person needs to be humble." All because they're out there enjoying life, they doing their thing, and you're looking like, F them. Oh, they got a new car, so what? Oh, it's not a 2023. Oh, they got a new car, but it's a 2020. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that. So you can't never make everybody happy. And I don't even think you should try to. Fuck that. I ain't trying to make everybody happy. You just gotta make yourself happy. You gotta make your family happy. That's the most important thing. You just gotta make yourself happy, man. Man, people out here are scared to do certain things or scared to achieve certain things, all because of the opinions of motherfuckers that don't care about them. Like, real talk, you got people that's scared to go out there and accomplish their goals because of the opinions from people that they don't even motherfucking know. The opinions of people that to wouldn't give a dime for them. The opinions of people that if they seen them walking down the street, they'll pass you up. That's why I like to just chill by myself, bro. I'm comfortable by myself, man. All I need is my family, man. That's it. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I get to that level I want to get to, that comfortability, the only thing I'm missing right now at my house is a pool. That's the only thing I'm missing in my backyard. I'm missing a pool and an outdoor kitchen and a fire pit. Which I might give me a fire pit pretty soon though. I might give me a fire pit for sure. But that's the only thing I'm missing. If I had those things right there, oh, you wouldn't see me nowhere. I would be home all day. Wife would be like, "Hey, have you seen Floyd?" Yeah. And my daughter would be like, "Yeah, he's in the backyard." Like, that's where I would generally be. By the pool or by the fire pit. It's something about like a dope calm setting that I love. I just love a dope, calm setting, bro. I love like chilling by the fire. I love chilling by the pool. If we go on vacation, it has to be a balcony because I just like the scenery. I want to have a good view of where I'm staying. I don't care if it's a skyline. I don't care if it's a ocean view, but it has to be a calm view. That's just me. That's just who I am. That's just what I like. And I'm gonna get those things. So if you want to come chill, if you call me up and you ask me what I'm doing, that's probably what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be by the pool, I'm gonna be by the fire pit, and I'm gonna be at peace. I'm gonna be chilling. I might have a drink. Who knows? But I will be at peace. I will be chilling. I will be doing my thing. And I think that's what a lot of people need to do. They need to realize you need to find what brings you peace, what brings you comfort. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, might have to get your ass off of social media. Stop doing all that goddamn scrolling. Stop seeing what this person doing, seeing what that person doing, take care of what you need to do. Just conversations from a loner, bro. Shout out to all the people out there that consider themselves a loner or introverts or whatever. Well, I'm not gonna say introvert because that's totally different. Because my wife said you're not an introvert. You're just a loner. And I started looking at some videos of introverts, and I was like, yeah, I'm not finna call myself that, man. I went on like a social media platform and I went and looked it up, and it was just had so many videos of people that was just saying how they were just introverts, introverts, introverts. Like that's like the popular thing to be an introvert. And I got a buddy, he said he was an introvert, and this motherfucker is going out at least 3 times a week. I'm like, how are you an introvert and you're going out 3 times a week, maybe 4? You're always out. You're a socialite or whatever you call it. You're one of those people. Yo, like, come on, man. I said nah because I was actually thinking about naming the podcast something with an introvert in it. And I was like, yeah, when my wife told me that, I was like, yeah, I ain't no goddamn introvert, man. Yeah, I'm just a loner. I'm just a popular loner, man. I'm just a popular loner. And I'm cool with that. I'm comfortable with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, man, I feel real cool. I feel real dope about starting this podcast. For all the people out there that just like to be by themselves, that like to be just in their own zone. And they just think about shit and then they just, what I'm saying, they want to say it, but they don't say it. So this podcast is for y'all. This podcast is for all the people that just be chilling by themselves and be voicing their opinions to themselves, man. We ain't crazy. We not crazy at all. Now, I think if you answer yourself, yeah, it might be a little something weird going on right there. If you answer yourself. Now, if you having a back and forth conversation with yourself, yeah, that might be a little. You might be like on the wrong side right there. This might not be your podcast right here, but yeah, man, this is gonna be dope, man. And all we gonna do is just gonna give our fair view from what it's like to be a loner, bro. Whatever the topic, whatever the conversation may be, man, it's just gonna be from our perspective. So shout out to all those people out there that are loners. Shout out to all those people that are comfortable being by themselves, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I mean, when you by yourself, that's your safe space. You know, a lot of people are scared to be by themselves because they're scared of their thoughts. You know, I enjoy just thinking and just seeing some shit. I say a lot of stuff by myself. I talk not to myself, but I talk by myself a lot. So I might as well record it. Might as well post it for other people that do the same fucking shit that I do. And I was doing some research. I was looking at YouTube and I was trying to like look up like just solo podcast, just to get some ideas or something, just to see how other people was just doing their own solo podcast and shit. I couldn't find too much of nothing. I found like maybe a solo person doing a podcast, but they was like interviewing somebody. I was like, man, that's not what the hell I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that can just talk by themselves and have their own damn podcast. I was like, I can't find shit. And usually when I want to do something, when I have an idea of something and I try to look and try to see if somebody's kind of doing that or whatever, so I can kind of get a perspective of how I might think my stuff might look, I never can fucking find somebody that doesn't. Now, if you go to podcasts, you're gonna see a million podcasts when you go on these social media sites and stuff like that. You're gonna see a ton of podcasts. But ask yourself this: how many solo podcasts do you see when it's just generally that person talking? It's just that person talking. Now, maybe news podcast or something like some, Republican or some Democrat might be talking, but he's giving information about, saying a particular subject or whatever. But I couldn't find no solo podcast. And I looked. So don't tell me I didn't look hard enough because I fucking looked and I couldn't see it. But this right here is gonna be a solo podcast, man. Conversations from a loner, man. Shout out to everybody out there. This your boy North End Floyd. For sure. And also you can catch me on the Kickback podcast, man. We talk about relationships, mental health. We talk about a lot of dope things, man. It's that podcast is dope. It's great conversations. We're not pointing the finger at women. We're not pointing the finger at men. We're not doing none of that shit. We just having adult conversations, man. And we giving our opinions and and our perspective of what we think about on that particular topic. So y'all need to check that podcast out too, the Kickback. But this podcast right here is just gonna be me. It's just gonna be I. It's just gonna be my opinions. It's gonna be my thoughts about what I feel about certain shit. Um, hopefully my mom won't see it because she always talk about my language. She always talking about me cursing, but I think that's who I am, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm too old to stop cursing now. Like, fuck it. I'm too old to stop cursing now, man. It's like, yo, what I gotta go cold turkey? What? I mean, come on, man. I see people, they quit drinking, they quit smoking, they go to the gym, but I don't know too many people that just be quitting cursing. Like, nah, man. I mean, at my age, bro, I am who I am. I mean, oh well, it's just something she gonna have to deal with or whatever. At least I'm not out in the streets committing crimes and doing all that. To me, I consider myself a respectable citizen out there. Somebody that inspiring. You know, I want to say that. I want to do all that, but yeah, man, this is gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I might have a few guests. A few loners themselves might come fuck with me on the show. They might come. You might see them in the background, chilling. But like I said, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting, and this is only the beginning. And we gonna grow. We gonna stay consistent, and we gonna stay putting out some content, man. So, all my loners out there, man, let's enjoy the ride. Let's see how it goes. All right. But like I said, it's not gonna be no long podcast. It ain't gonna be no hour-long type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something like, that you can digest real quick. You know, you can move on and do all your other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna take up too much of your time. But in the meantime, bro, hey, y'all stay comfortable, y'all stay at peace, and y'all stay 100.